the most important one is self-belief. No matter how challenging the situations are, sometimes we are at a point where we feel like simply giving up. Trust me, we all experience such points in life, right? It is exactly at those moments that we should just hang on. Hope you guys are all doing fantastic. Welcome to our YouTube channel. In this video, we'll discuss one of the most interesting topics, which is based on cutoffs. Often we get several questions along these lines like how much should we score in order to secure All India Rank 1, or how much should we score to make sure that we get a GDC, or how much should we score to get into top 1000 so that we can get into, or the chances of getting into armed forces, short service commission are high, and so on and so forth. So keeping all these questions in mind, I've come up with this topic where I'll be discussing about various cutoffs, like how much should you score to get into either top 100 or top 500 or top 1000. After obtaining information, which is available at NBA's official website, we curated that information and tried to compile it in a palatable way. And I've even created these 2D columns so that it looks good, appealing, will eventually help you, you know, motivate you in such a way that you keep these numbers in mind, especially when you're appearing for these competitive exams such as NEET MDS, right? And there is a myth here. Often students pray that the question paper should be easy so that they can do extremely well. There is nothing wrong in having such expectations, but the reality here is when it comes to NEET MDS, it's an exam which is based on percentile basis. So how you do relative to others really matters rather than the complexity of question paper as such. So the point here is if the question paper is easy, then everyone will do extremely well and the cutoffs will be pushed higher and higher, making your probability of getting into desired specialty or college challenging. On the other hand, if the question paper is challenging or tough, and if you do extremely well in such a challenging scenario, then obviously your chances of getting into a desired specialty or desired college are very high. So the point is, I'm sure you'll understand this after or by the end of this video, you will understand what I'm trying to say because we have an expectation that the question paper should be easy, but when it is on a percentile basis, right? The question paper, I want you guys to pray that the question paper is challenging. At the same time, I want you to do extremely well in that challenging question paper so that your chances of getting on top or high as it is percentile basis. You know what's the difference between percentage and percentile, right? Percentage means, for example, if I conduct a test out of 100 marks, like if I say the qualifying criteria is 75%, so those who score 75 out of 100 and above will be qualified. On the other hand, if I say percentile, like 50th percentile, so among the 100 students who are taking up the test, only top 50 will be selected because I said the qualifying criteria is 50th percentile. So that's the difference between percentage and percentile. So percentile, it is relatively challenging because how you do when compared to others really makes a hell lot of difference in these exams which are based on percentile. So in this video, as I said, we'll focus on these cutoffs. In one of the previous shorts, YouTube short, I'll come up with this top All India rank scores, like how the trend has been in the last 5 to 6 years. So along with that, we'll discuss some additional aspects in this video. And again, before we get into the core of this topic, when you're preparing for NEET MDS, a highly competitive exam which is being taken up by 25,000 plus aspirants every year, we have this question in mind like how much should I score in order to get into a government college, or how much should I score to secure All India rank 1? Why not? And how much should I score to get into top 1000 so that I'll have a better chance of getting into short service commission? So keeping these things in mind, we have devised this data, we have curated this information, which is based on the info that is available at the official website, NBEMS, right? So all this is authentic. Now you can trust the information given over here, and if why not cross-check it with the available information if you have time, right? So first and foremost, as you can see in this colorful chart, 2D columns, you can see I've put on the x-axis various years. I've taken up last 5 to 6 years till 2019, and on y-axis you can see the score. The NEET MDS question paper, you have there's 240 MCQs, 4 marks for each question. So the maximum score is 960, right? So now have a look how the trend has been when it comes to top scores, that is All India Rank 1, in the last 5 to 6 years. So in 2024, the highest score is 772, which we already covered in YouTube short, right? And in 23, it is NEET MDS 2023, it is 763. NEET MDS 2022, the paper is relatively easy, so the high scores, the cutoffs have increased, which will again look into much detail a bit later. So the highest score in 2022 is 788. In 2021, the question paper is relatively challenging for students. As you can see, the top score and other cutoffs have dropped significantly. The highest score in 2021 to secure All India Rank 1 is 692. And in 2020, it is 779. In 2019, it is 764, right? So these are NEET MDS top scores to secure All India Rank 1 in the last 5 to 6 years, right? Now, let's look into the next chart. So these are top 100 cutoff scores. In order to get into top 100, how much should you score? Last 5 to 6 years, how has been the trend? So in 2024, it is 661 and above to get into top 100 All India rank, right? And in 2023, 680, 2022, 705, 2021, you can see marked decline, 603. 2020 is 695, 2019 it is 663. So these are the scores that you need to get previously in order to get into top 100 All India rank, right? Now let's look into the next chart. Top 500, how are the cutoff scores and the trend in the last 5 to 6 years? 2024, 597. 2023, it is 618. 2022, it is 646. You have to score 646. And still, you'll be just in top 500. But look into 2021, 550, right? 2020, 636. 2019, 598, right? And finally, NEET MDS top 1000 cutoff scores. You can see the trend here. 2024 it is 560, 2023 578, 2022 it is 606, 2021 it is 514, 2020 it is 600, 2019 it is 559. So this is one way of looking at the information. Now when we combine all of this data, you'll get the following chart, right? A stacked 2D column. As you can see on x-axis, year-wise division. On y-axis, the score, maximum of 960. So in 2024, 2023, 2022, 2020, and 2019, the trend seems to be more or less the same. But in 2021, as I said, the question paper is relatively challenging. The overall cutoff scores have dropped significantly. So that's the point I was trying to highlight previously as well. If the question paper is easy, as in case of 2022, everyone will score more and the cutoffs will shoot up, making the selections even more challenging on a personal level. But if the question paper is challenging, as in case of 2021, and if you do relatively well, then your chance of getting into GDC or favorite specialty or favorite college or top college or armed forces, short service commission, the chances will be very high. So all I'm saying is look into this data, have an idea about the numbers, and then pray to the Almighty or universe that let the question paper be challenging, but I should do well in that challenging question paper. If you have this perspective, I'm sure you'll rock. You'll simply rock. Trust me. Rather than praying for an easy question paper. Now I hope you got my point, right? And again, to keep things into perspective, how created another way of representing this data is in the form of tables. As you can see, looking at this table, you will have an idea about the range of scores, like how much should you score in order to get into top 100 or 500 or 1000. The range of scores. The range is very important because it gives us a kind of solace, a relief that, okay, if I score in this range, maybe I could be in this particular rank, right? So that's the reason I've created these tables. As you can see, when it comes to All India Rank 1, right? If your scores are in the range of 692 to 788 based on last 5 to 6 years of data, the chances of getting All India Rank 1 are very high. But as I said in previous video, in one of the shorts, previous YouTube shorts, I want you guys to break 800 plus mark. And I'm confident that it will eventually happen in the coming years, right? So why stick on to this range? Why not break the monotonous chain or, the boundaries? So I hope that will happen very soon. But to have an idea about the range, like how much you should score to get into the top rank, 692 to 788 is the range. You can keep that in mind. However, if you want to get into top 100, right, general category students or any student for that matter looking into to get into top college in India, into their favorite specialties, it could be endo, it could be oral surgery, it could be orthodontics, right? Favorite specialties in general, top colleges in India, top 100, All India rank is kind of prerequisite, right? Regardless of the reservation category, and the range of scores are 603 to 705. It's a wide range, okay? And to get into top 500, the range is 550 to 646. And to get into top 1000, the range is 514 to 606. So this is to keep things into perspective and to give you an idea like how the ranges are or how the ranges were in the last 5 to 6 years. This is not absolute. This is not final. These things keep on changing. But as you are preparing, as humans, you see, as humans, we need coherent stories. We need things which make sense because future is unpredictable. The reality is, as per psychology, we all don't know what will happen the next moment, the next week, the next month, the next year. It's highly unpredictable. So that gives us a lot of tension, anxiety, apprehension. So in order to address those things, we come up with these stories, we come up with these numbers, we come up with this coherent way of putting out stories for our own solace, for our own relief. So see it through that lens. Right? This data, it's not absolute and final, but let it give you some solace or relief, or let it give you a target, most importantly, so that you can work accordingly and propel your preparation journey accordingly. Without a target, there won't be any drive, there won't be any motive to do things. But if you have a target in mind, you'll see that you're pumped up to reach that target. So that's the sole objective of this video, right? So I hope the data that's provided is helpful. And if you want more of such data, like top 1500 All India rank, what should be the scores, top 2000, top 3000, if you really want more data, or category wise, reservation category wise cutoff scores, if you want more data, do let me know. Or you can just drop a request to our mail or in the comment section below, and we'll work on that information and we'll get back to you in the upcoming videos accordingly, right? So before I conclude, all I'm trying to say here is don't wish for question paper to be easy. The exam is on percentile basis. Let the question paper be challenging, but I want you to do extremely well in such a challenging question paper. And depending upon the reservation status you have, whether you belong to general or any other reservation category, doesn't matter. In entirety, to get into a very good college, top college in India, to get into your favorite specialty or the much sought after specialty, you need to aim for top 100 All India rank. So I presented you with the scores. But if you are from a general category, right, and if you're looking to get into GDC as a guarantee, then get into top 500 All India rank. And if you are again in a general category and you're looking for a selection in short service commission, right, then top 1000 would be your decent target. So depending upon your inclination, depending on your expectations, you can set your targets looking into these numbers and then plan your preparation accordingly. Propel your preparation journey accordingly with a lot of intensity and passion. And as I keep on reminding, it's all about three factors to be successful, no matter what you do, personally or professionally. It can be love life, it can be relationships, it can be cracking entrance. The three factors include hard work or efforts from your side. It can be hard work or smart work. The point is efforts from your side. Number two, consistency. Not that you should do everything every day, but more or less you should be able to do rather than leaving it out. Right? Consistency is very important. And third, the most important one is self-belief. No matter how challenging the situations are, sometimes we are at a point where we feel like simply giving up. Trust me, we all experience such points in life, right? It is exactly at those moments that we should just hang on, and that will make a hell lot of difference in your life in a positive way. Trust me when I say this, right? So I wish you all a wonderful, amazing preparation journey. And for any guidance or assistance, you can always get back through mail at proudtobedentist@gmail.com 24/7. So wish you all the best. Love you all.